I'm working on a block theme here, and I got the main page, my footer, my header, and my single page is all looking good. So one thing I want to do next is on my main site, I have a kind of a series, this build a block series, and I created a custom template. So if you click into this tag, it gives just a custom template that will list out the posts in the series in reverse order. So it's not 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, right? So let's see if I can build that in a block theme. So I'm going to build a template that uses the tag. So this one's just a tag page. And it's going to be on that tag page. I wanted to sort in this order. So let's see if we can do that. So this is the series. I just have a copy of the data. It's a little bit different between the two because I exported at some point. And on this, so this is my single page, and I haven't put a tag in there yet. So let's add that. Let's add a category and a tag at the bottom of this. So that will be in the single template. So in templates, let's go to the site editor and do it that way. It'd be a little bit easier maybe. And let's go to the all templates, singular. All right, so here's my post. Then in here, I like to look here because I can see where I'm doing things. I don't want to be in the footer. I want to be in this this group here. And then this should be adding to that group. Okay, in here, I'm going to add, I don't know what I want. Let's just do a column. I can do tags on one side and category. Let's just do them both on one side. Let's group them so we can have them together and we can do some stuff if we need to. So we have a group inside of that group. That looks right. And then in this group, I want to add a category. So post categories, post hierarchical terms block, post not found. That's fine. I think that's just because I'm in the sample. So I'm going to assume something shows up there. And then I will do, I don't know what options I might have, if I have any. We'll leave it all the same. That's fine. And then I want the tags, post tags. And that should be something similar. And there should just be 2 of those. So let's see what this looks like on my test site. And if I go to a single category, I do not see anything. Did I save it? Let's actually click save and it'll make a difference. All right. All right, refresh. All right, I do have, this is the category, and these are my tags for this, so that's not bad. It is not behaving with the layout so that I can add to this group. And I actually didn't get these things into that group. It looks like these are outside of it. So let's drag this into that group here, and then drag this into that group. Oh man. There, I got it. One of the things we want to do is add this persistent list view, add the ability to drag and drop there. It would be really, really nice. All right, so in this group, if I do this inherent layout and save it, it'll apply that layout settings to everything inside that group, which will be these 2 items. And now if I refresh, they're centered. So that's nice. I would like to put a icon in front of this, but this formatting does not look quite how I'd want. So I don't quite know how I would do that, to be honest. Because right now it feels more like it's a block element, right? Because it's going all the way across, or like a display block, a CSS block element, not an inline element. And I kind of want to put an icon in the front of this, but I want that to be at the same and I'd want it to be clickable. I could probably put this into a column, but I kind of want it to be clickable too. So if you clicked on here and you had the icon there, what do I do on my mains? Oops. Oh, I cannot type. All right. So if I go here, just look at one of these. I just say in, and then add the tags at the bottom. So they do have them different, but I do a hash. Oh, the hash is not clickable either. So that's interesting. So that's something to think about. I'll have to, maybe if I put them into like two columns, or if I put them into like, probably can do another group, but then just groups, 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 groups. But that's kind of, I mean, if you think of a group just as a div tag, I mean, it's pretty much what you're doing when you do a lot of markup anyways. So, all right, let's just leave it like that. I won't worry about that. I think there'd be a little nicety to be able to do an icon in some way, or to put like a little bit of text or something to give context, but we'll worry about that at some other point. I have my page. If I click my build a block, I should get my list. It is not working on a tag page. It's just showing me everything. So that's a bit unexpected. So let's create, I think that is happening because if I go to my query block on my index page, let's just look at my query block. I think I need this to say, oh, because it's, I've hard coded for, so this page, it totally makes sense now. So this page is just hard coded to show 4 different queries. It has nothing to do with what I was browsing. What was it? This tag, whatever that tag was. But it's still pulling in just that single template, and that single template says, "Hey, show these 4 queries." So let's create a. What I should probably do is change my template names, right? So this is very, very similar to how WordPress template hierarchy works, right? So if you do WordPress template hierarchy, you'll get this document, and there's a nice little chart. And this kind of says what page it's looking for. And this is for the PHP side, but it's mapping almost 1-to-1, if not 1-to-1, for the block templates. So you kind of come in and say, hey, what are you looking for? And depending on what it finds in here, we'll map to those files. So this index.html is just the bottom one. I really want that just to be home.html. So if I copy this to home HTML, and then I can change this index.html to be just a more standard query. That should work. So let's try site editor. And so now I have home. So if you look at all my templates, I should be able to see singular, home, and index. So home is going to be the same. I don't want to change that. But the index I want to be a little more generic. What happened? Maybe it's just not loading in. That is weird. There's my home, and that looks as I expect. Curious. There it is. I just didn't load. So I've been having that issue too, and I don't know if it's something. I run all sorts of different versions of Gutenberg, just because I'm doing developments. I'm on all sorts of different branches and trunks and stuff all day long. So it is quite often I will pull stuff on and switch things around, and I don't build because I might be off in my branch, but I still pull in changes because I'll do a merge or whatever. So let's just do a build. So often I'll get some weird states. And And so I've been seeing some loading issues. So it could be just mine or it could be an actual bug. I'm not really sure. So that's going to rebuild the full Gutenberg in the background. It won't take too long. And if you are doing it yourself, just use the plugin. Is a whole lot easier than just in WP admin. Just install the latest Gutenberg plugin. If you don't run it from source, it works out a whole lot easier. You don't have to worry about upgrades or changes. It only updates every 2 weeks. Only. It's pretty frequent for WordPress. But so if you just use the standard plugin and just do auto updates, you get an update every 2 weeks from it. Probably does not. It goes usually a little bit quicker, but I'm streaming, so we'll see how much I can still edit while that's building. Maybe a bad idea, but all right. I want to change this query over. So I'm going to delete all these. This is my index page, and I want that to hide. My computer is really slogging a little bit. Sorry. All right. If I start moving in slow motion too, does that like confuse matters? Let's delete all this stuff. So what I really want so for the query, you can just use the query that, and I'll show when I add the block. It's probably a better way to do all this. Highlight all, delete. I didn't like that at all. There's a shortcut too for deleting. It's too many keys for me to remember. It's like Control Alt Z something. Backspace. I don't know. It doesn't help when the probably oh, come on, when the computer's slow too. Remove. Yep, go up a level. There we go. So that's done. That should get back to where I'm working. And this should be a little bit more responsive. And you can see it's already doing a little bit better. And that's fine. Let's ignore that for now. That's from my copyright block here. It's complaining about for some reason, but we can ignore that fine. All right, let's save this. We have my changes saved. Let's do a shift reload so I get my rebuilt Gutenberg. Oh, look at that. I'm already getting like spam in my stream chat. Becoming famous now. Woo! I don't even know how to deal with it. Oh well. All right, so let's add in a query block here. So I'm in my group. So this is my homepage. There's my header up there, my footer down there. My homepage, I just want the homepage to be like the latest post, right? Or the index page. This isn't the homepage, I'm sorry. The index page is just going to be like the results of any query. So like of any index. So like if you did search results or something along those lines. I'm getting a lot of pattern suggestions and I don't know what one I want. That looks too big. Standard. That is not what I wanted. That looks really like a lot of stuff. Let's delete that. The nice thing is you can always test out different things. Query block. Large title. Clear, clear, clear. Oh my, oh my. It's not what I wanted there. I just want, let's try no style. Empty. Perfect. Love empty. That's what I think I did last time too. Title, date, and excerpt. Title and date. Title and date. That's all I want. That looks good. Not quite formatted how I want. I don't know why it's that, but we can worry about that later. We're going to inherit the query from the URL, which is what we want, and we can call that good. All right. So now I'd want to style it again, but that's not the point of this. What I was trying to show is now when I go to one of these pages and I click the tag, I should get my list of blocks. Then I can style this to match my homepage style in a little bit. So now what I want to do is for this tag, I want to reverse sort that. So what I did in my normal thing, this is the name of my normal thing. I have a template called tag template, and then I just put the slug, and it will load this page when that tag gets loaded. So I'll do the same thing for my current one, right? So let's go back. So if I just copy the index page, oops, in block templates, right? Copy the index page to tag build a block series. And I could do this also from the site editor. But again, I'm going to want to persist this. I like to do it on the file system. But speaking of which, I didn't save my changes to the file system, right? So I made my changes here. Oops. I made my changes to the database templates. Here's my index changes. And that's here, but I have not saved this down. So let's save this down. Copy. And these changes will be like whatever I had from my old one, right? Here's my WordPress and all the old ones. So let's delete all that. Put the new one in, right? Footer, my query, and then it shows here you go, the stuff there. All right. So now I want to copy that so that I can delete this one. I don't know what is in singular that I made a change for. Oh, I changed this in the bottom. At the bottom of it, the post content, I added my category and tags right here, right? So let's add those into copy. I did above the article. That div is this div, that group is this group, and all this goes above article, right? So like this. You can just copy the whole thing down. I don't know why I'm being so precise. I should just copy all and paste it over. But sometimes it's nice to know what, like you kind of double check what you did and be like, okay, this makes sense, right? So this is what I added in, right? I added in this group, which matches to that div to that div, and then here are my two tags. I added categories and post tags. All right, and that shows up on the index page or the singular page, single page. I can trash that also. And then now I know everything I've on the file system will be what's being served up here. And let's just double check that's what it looks like. All right, let's look at the series again. Build a block, and then I have my tags, right? All right. So now let's copy my index to tag build a block series HTML. So now this tag will show up, this template, sorry, will be used when this URL is being called. So what I really want to do, I just want to change the sort order. And we'll just, I don't know what that parameter is. So let's see if we can do it in the editor itself. Dashboard. I don't know how to edit this. Oh, it'll be listed as a tag page. It should be right. Post templates, and there is my tag page, right? So I'll build a post template. Here is, it's just going to show me what the latest, because I'm not limiting to this tag. It's just saying this is the template it will load. So this has just ended up being a test content, which is fine. What I really just want to do is go to the query block, and I want to adjust. It's inheriting the query, so I can't change it. So maybe we'll change it. We'll do it anyways. I can't alter the settings to the query because it's inheriting it just from the URL. So I'm just going to not inherit from the URL, which is fine. I'm going to say only load build a block series tags, which is fine. Because that's the name of my page template. And then I want to sort from oldest to newest. And let's see if it actually loads it. Look at that. And it loads it all properly. And if I click save, now if I go to that page, I should be done. Let's try that again. Let's go to that page. All right, so I go to build a block series, click on my tag, and that tag will show me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sorted in the order I want because it's using that template. And if I go to a different tag, it will be sorted with whatever. Oh, it'll be sorted back to the newest first. And so this is my latest, right? You can see by the dates, which ones I posted whenever. All right. That is my template. Let's clean it all up and persist it. I don't know what the parameter is, so let's look at what that is. And persist it down to the file system. So here's that. There should be only one parameter inside of the query block, right? Here's my query block, how it's defined there, and it just has all these things, and it is order, right? So my order ascending. So I could probably just change in here the order. In this case, I'm going to copy the whole thing down. Ooh. My footer part's gone. It's not showing in there. I won't copy the whole thing down. I'll just copy this part. It's very weird because it's all showing fine. So I wonder if it's just a... it's because that thing I have an invalid block there. I won't play with that right now because I was playing with that a little bit earlier, so I don't want to mess things up at the moment. But that I can see is my fault. Let's just copy this query block here because that's really all I need, and that's this query block here. All right. And there's the loop part, so we can just come in here and say thank you, and that should work the same. And then I can delete this. Delete. Let's confirm it all worked. Click the tag. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're good. So what I did, we can recap the day. I first added 2 site tags. I added the category tag, or post tag, sorry. 2 new post tags. One is post categories and one was post tags. I guess they're called blocks, right? 2 new blocks I added to the singular template. And those blocks were the post category block here, and then the post tags block. Save those, and so now on my single templates, the tags show up. So then I wanted to create I needed at first a new page, which I didn't have before, which was this page. So I created that. And then I wanted to create a tag page for the build a block series, which reverses the query. And so in the block templates I just created, it would be the same as you would in any template hierarchy. Just create it based on your the hierarchy you want. So it'd be tag and then whatever the thing is. If it was a category page, if I wanted to create my own category WordPress page, I could do something like that. It'll be the same thing. And then I just edited the query block to match the results I wanted to show on that page. And I think that does it. I'll check that all in. But that's adding a post template type, a tag type, and changing the sort order for them. So it works pretty nice. Great. Hope it was helpful. Talk to you all later. Cheers.